want to support you caring for yourself. So we're going to lead you through a short yoga practice today. You can find a comfortable seat, sit any way you'd like. Maybe cross your legs the opposite direction you usually would. Turn your palms up. Bring your pointer finger and thumb together on both of your hands. And let's roll our shoulders a few times. Inhale to roll up. Exhale to roll down. Inhale, roll forwards and up. Exhale, back and down. And inhale, reach your arms out to the sides. Push your palms as if you're pushing into a wall. And then exhale, bring your arms back. Inhale, reach your arms up. Touch your palms, interlace your fingers and stretch forwards, reach forwards. Breathe out. Feel the back open up. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Interlace opposite fingers. Press the palms up. Reach over to the right side as you inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the opposite side. Inhale, take it back to center. Exhale, arms come down behind you. Open up the chest. Lift the chin, lengthen the throat. And inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, cactus arms. Open the chest. Inhale, together. Palms come to heart center. Alternate nostril breathing. You're going to bend in your pointer and middle finger and stretch out your thumb and your ring. And breathe in one nose, inhale, or one nostril. And then we'll close the nose for about 4 beats. And exhale through the opposite side. And you'll take a deep inhale here. At the top of the breath, hold for a few beats. Open the opposite nostril. Exhale, breathe out. So you're going to continue to slowly take this rhythm, breathing in and out through one side of the nostril, pausing in the center, opening up the other side, releasing. This is going to calm your nervous system, especially if you're feeling a little bit stressed or anxious about what's going on, feeling cooped up. This is a great, slow, equalizing breath. Continuing to move through final few rounds. And release your hand, soften those shoulders, coming back to your seat. Setting some sort of clarity or intention for your practice is an option. We're going to take a twist. Inhale over to one side. One of the arms comes behind you. Lengthen up. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to the opposite side. Lengthen up through the spine here. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, take it over to the side again. One hand to the knee, opposite hand behind you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take it over to the other side. And then we're going to move through some circles here. Inhaling, open chest as you roll forwards. Exhale as you roll back. Take a few rounds in one direction. Beautiful. And take it in the opposite direction. Maybe get your neck into this. Any little additions or movements that feel good, work them in here. Seated cat-cow. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the back, chin into the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Moving like a wave here through breath guiding movement. And then we're going to come on to into downward facing dog. So go ahead and make your way there. Maybe you're feeling a little hot, need to shift your layers or something. But go ahead and, as you get into downward dog, start to bend the knees, shake your hips out, shake your head out. Find any little movements here that allow you to really center into this pose. In this shape, it's an inversion. If you've been sitting a lot today, really nice to get into this shape. Get your hips higher than your head. A little different. Way for the blood to flow. Breathe here. Practice that steady, deep breath. Clear your mind. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. Starting off strong. Open up the hip. Let that left heel sink down as you rotate the right knee, drawing circles in one direction and then in the other direction. Waking up the hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, round the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cross it over to your right elbow. Inhale, extend the leg up. Exhale, cross it over to left elbow. We'll do another round here. Inhale, lengthen. Make sure to let that left heel sink. Exhale, shoulder over your wrist as you come forward. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, cross to the right and hover. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cross it over to the left. Inhale, back to your three-legged dog. Open up that hip one more time. And then let's step the right foot forward. Really nice and strong extension forward here. Press back through the back heel. Thighs are hugging in towards each other. Little bit of resistance on the right side. If you push your right hand into your right knee into your hand will help stabilize the leg, and then reach the arms forward at a diagonal. Your biceps line your ears. Palms face each other. Strong back of the body. Inhale, reach up into your crescent lunge. Try a little bit of tucking the tailbone here. Keep hugging the legs in towards each other. Strong inner thighs. Inhale. Interlace the fingers, pointer fingers face up. And then exhale, we're going to twist open to the right side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Then let that right hand, after you stabilize here, right hand slowly comes down the back leg. Lift the left arm up. And then exhale, back to frame the front foot. Step your right foot back to your three-legged dog. Option to keep the leg lifted and move through a vinyasa, or lower your leg. You can always lower your knees down, moving chaturanga, upward facing dog, or cobra, back into your downward dog, breathing here. Gorgeous big breaths. Breath is so important in yoga. It's so important in this moment of, respiratory care for ourselves too. Inhale that left leg up. Lower your right heel down. And then we'll bend the knee when you're ready. Stack the hip. Start to rotate the leg. Continue rotating the leg in one direction. Take it in the other direction when you're ready. Eventually coming back to your three-legged dog with the extension of the leg. And as you exhale, round the spine, draw the knee forward. Inhale, extend the leg back up behind you. Exhale, cross to left elbow. Inhale, take it back. Exhale to right elbow, hovering. Inhale, take it back. This is the strength of the core that you're using to repeat this twice. Remember to push into the mat with your hands. Breathe, let the breath guide the movements here. Last extension behind you. Exhale, draw the knee into the nose, step the foot up, frame the front foot with your hands. And you can press against the outside of your left leg with your left hand to stabilize the legs. You're hugging the legs in towards a center line. Then we'll extend both of the arms forward. Palms are going to face each other, reaching towards the front. Biceps lining your ears, long line of energy from your heel to your fingertips. When you're ready, inhale, come up to a crescent lunge. Remember to continue hugging the legs in towards a center line here. Interlace fingers, pointer finger up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, twist over to the left side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. One more round, and then we'll pause for a moment here in that strong twist, tuning the obliques. Next, inhale, sweep back. Left hand down the back leg, right arm up. Then frame the front foot with both of your hands, stepping back to move into your three-legged dog. Vinyasa option to come into your three-legged vinyasa again. You can come into a full vinyasa. You can bring your knees down and lower with your knees through a cobra pose. Upward facing dog as an option. We'll all meet back in downward facing dog, breathing here. Big breaths. Lift up through those hips and come to the top of your mat. Inhale, step or hop. Exhale, fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips on the mat or your shins. And exhale, fold. Point that tailbone up. And inhale. Move your feet a little bit wider and come into a chair pose, but rest the belly towards the thighs here. Reach your arms forwards and back. Inhale, sweep forwards. Exhale, push that air sweep back. Inhale, sweep forwards. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, sweep forwards and all the way up. Little back bend. Exhale, interlace your hands behind you. And then open up the chest on your inhale. Lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Lengthen the throat. Breathe. Exhale, fold forward. Little bend in your knees. Make sure the belly can touch the thighs. I like to rock my head a little from side to side here. And then straighten the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, flat back. Keep drawing the knuckles away from the crown of your head. Crown of head points forward. And then step that left foot back. Come into your warrior one. So 45-degree angle with that back foot. Legs are drawing away from each other, front to back. Inhale, open the chest, back bend. With our exhale, we're going to fold to the inside of the right knee. Drawing the knuckles up behind you. Let your head hang. Try to keep that alignment with your feet as much as you can. Draw that right hip back, the left hip forward. And then slowly bring your hands down to the inside of your right foot. And then let's draw the right knee over towards the right elbow. Step your feet back, move through a vinyasa again. You have those options of coming through with your knees down. You can come into upward facing dog or cobra pose, meeting in downward facing dog. And then bend your knees, bottom of your out breath, step or hop up, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Spread those feet a little bit wider and start to move through. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, sweep your arms back. So you're in your chair pose, swimming the arms forward. Inhale, exhale, sweep back. Lots of big breath here, really strong legs. And then inhale, sweep your arms back up. Interlace the fingers. And exhale, bring the arms behind you. Interlace opposite hand on top behind your back. Come into a little a little chest opener. Fold forward, bend your knees. And then come back into that seated chair pose with the knuckles interlaced behind you. Balancing on the left foot, step your right foot back, coming into warrior one. Start with the heart opener to inhale, come into a back bend. Open chest. Deep bend in that front knee. Exhale, fold to the inside of the left knee. Keep the knuckles drawing away from you. Try to draw that left hip back, right hip forward. Try to keep the outside edge of that right foot sealed down as much as you can. And then lower your hands to the inside of the left foot. Draw the knee up towards the elbow. Hover here. Left foot is lifted. And then step back into plank. Moving through a vinyasa. Let your breath lead you here. You want to feel good as you move through those vinyasas, but also like you're really breathing nice and consistently full breath. From downward dog, take one more breath. We're going to come down onto the forearms now for a forearm plank. So elbows are right underneath your shoulders, fingers spread wide, pressing into the mat with all of the fingers. Back through your heels. Then we're going to step up into dolphin pose. So the hips lift and we walk the feet in a little bit closer towards the forearms. Lots of strength and opening in the shoulders here. Keep breathing. Keep lifting the hips. And then press up through the hands to lift the elbows, come back into downward dog. And we're going to inhale and open up the right hip. Exhale, step that right foot forwards. Coming into a simple twist here, bring your left palm down right underneath the left shoulder. And then rotate that right arm up. Reach your right fingertips towards the ceiling. Look up if that's comfortable for the neck. And exhale. We're going to lower the left knee down, so you might want to fold your mat, or if you have a blanket, use that. Coming into a twist, opening up the quad here. You'll lift the left foot up behind you and reach back with your right hand for your foot to open up the quad. I like to press the foot into the hand into the foot. You can also reach toward the foot if it's not within reach. If you have a strap, this is a great place for a strap. Breathe. It is a little bit of a twist. So you're twisting and opening up that thigh. As you exhale, lower the hands back down to the inside of your right foot. And then we'll pick up the back knee, press back through the left heel. Center those palms down. Step back into your three-legged dog here. Opening up the hip one more time. Stack that right hip. And then we're coming into Wild Thing if that is something you'd like to practice today. Or you can just keep opening that right hip open. And we'll flip our dog back into three-legged dog if you were in Wild Thing. Step the right foot up, and then let's come into a wide-legged stance. facing the left side of the mat. Wide-legged fold forward. Your toes are slightly in. Your heels are slightly out. You may want to leverage the palms down a little bit. And then we're going to just extend one leg, bend the other knee. So we're rocking from side to side here, opening up the backs of the legs, but really more the insides of the thighs here. So really think of this as an inner thigh stretch. I'm really just thinking of this as more organic movement from side to side. Come back to the top of your mat, step back into plank, and then move through a vinyasa, moving with your breath, using the in-breath to come into back bend of choice, lead with the hips back up, downward facing dog, preparing to come back into plank pose here, moving through another vinyasa, moving with your breath, back into downward facing dog, moving through another round of vinyasa. You can always lower your knees if you need. Again, following the breath as the guide. Each movement is led by the initiation of the change of breath. Back up into that downward facing dog. And then we'll repeat the other side. Inhale, take that left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Prepare. Coming into your twist, bring the right palm down. And open up the left arm, reach the fingertips up. Draw your shoulder blades back towards each other on the back. Maybe lift the gaze if that's okay for your neck. And on your exhale, we're going to lower that right knee down. Fold your mat again if you need. Blanket. Reach back for the foot with the left hand. Press the foot into hand, hand into foot. Again, options if the hand and the foot are a little far away from each other, keep reaching or use a prop like a strap. Breathe here. Big opening for the quad. Using your next inhale, reach the arm back down, untuck the back toes to lift up the knee, and then tuck the toes and lift that left leg up. Turn open the hip, stacking left hip on top of your right hip. Option to flip your dog coming into wild thing, opening up those hip flexors and chest. Back up into three-legged dog from here. And then we'll step the foot forward, coming into your wide-legged fold. Your toes will be slightly in, your heels slightly out, this time facing the right side of your mat. Invite you to reach towards the outsides of your legs, working your hands closer towards your ankles. Just avoid your knee. Fold forward here, rock towards your toes. And then inhale, bend your knees and walk your feet a little bit closer, maybe a foot's length on each side, and then sink your hips down with your knees bent, tuck your tailbone, bring your hands into prayer pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, goddess arms. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, breathe out through your mouth, flick the tongue out. Inhale, exhale, lion's breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale, big breath through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale, big breath through the mouth. Big cleansing lion's breath, goddess arms, little rock side to side can be nice. Find your center. Bring your hands behind your head. Gently touch the back of your head with your hands. Press your hands into head, head into hands. Strengthen the back of the neck. Open up the back of the shoulders. And then inhale, left elbow down, reach the right arm out. Swap to the other side. Inhale, stretch from side to side. And take one more round. Coming back to center here, bring your hands on top of your thighs. Inhale, stretch over the left shoulder, turning the body. Exhale to the right. Inhale, twist over to the left, look over left shoulder. Exhale to the right. Nice big twist. Bring your hands back down. Take your feet nice and wide again. Coming into a twist, bring the left palm down. Stretch the right arm, or your right arm down, left arm up and open. Come into a half bind here, left arm behind you. Option to bring your right hand to your navel and use just the obliques to keep yourself lifted. Moving to the other side, right palm down, left arm up. Exhale, bring the arm behind you to a half bind. Option to bring your left hand to your right chest, to use just the obliques to keep you twisted over to the side. And on your next inhale, arms come back down, flat back. And then we're going to make our way into pyramid pose here on the left side. Shorten your stance. Left leg forward, right leg back. Straight legs with a little bend in the knee. Draw your left hip back. And then walk up into your standing splits. Admittedly, one of my least favorite poses, but very good for us. So you're lifting the right leg up, keep your hips squared, and breathe. And we'll step that right foot back. Step your left foot back, coming into your plank pose. Inhale, hinge forward, exhale, shift back. We're going to inhale forward, exhale back. Move with your breath a few rounds here, and then move through a vinyasa. Just a little bit of extra toning for the core. Downward dog. Preparing for the other side. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Come into pyramid pose. Draw the right hip back. Draw the left hip forward. Little bend in the knee. Prepare to make your way into standing splits. Try to square those hips. See, I just dropped my left hip down a little bit lower. It's still a really hard pose for me. Really strengthens the hamstrings here, which are chronically understrengthened for us and overstretched. We're going to step it back, come into your plank pose. Inhale forwards, lower down as you exhale. We're going to do a few rounds of push-ups. You can bring your knees down. You can keep your knees lifted in your full plank or your knee down plank. Moving through 5 rounds of breath. Wonderful. On your last exhale, we're going to come into our puppy dog pose. That means keeping your hips over your knees and letting your forehead drop down as you stretch your hands as far towards the top of the mat as you can. Big stretch for the front of your chest. Some folks like to bring the forehead down. Some folks like to bring the chin. Another option here is to bring your elbows down and come into sort of reverse prayer on your back. Really more like prayer with your fingertips facing down towards your hips. Little stretch for the backs of the arms. And then come in to your child's pose. And let's bring the arms down by the sides of the body. Let the shoulders round forward. Great. And come up onto your knees now. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Open the chest. Lift your chin. Yoga mudra here. Bring the crown of your head down onto the mat. Tuck the chin into the chest. Open up the back heart. Interlaced fingers drawing the knuckles away from you. I usually halfway through interlace the opposite hand on top. Breathe. Lower hips back down. Inhale. Come back out the way that you came into the pose. And we're going to come into a few rounds of camel. So folding your mat can help your knees or adding any padding. Tuck the toes behind you. Hips over your knees. Bring your hands to your hips. First, we'll just let the fingertips face up. We're going to shift this over time. Press your hips forward. Let your head slowly hang back and come back up. This time, point your fingertips down. Press your hands into your hips, hips into your hands. Hands are to your low back, sacrum area. Open up the chest, lean back. Draw your elbows in towards each other. Lengthen the throat. Breathe, big breaths. Inhale, come back up. Moving into your last round of camel. Option to reach your hands back for your heels this time. You want to try to keep your hips pushing as far forwards as you can, even when you bring your hands back to your heels. Really press those hips forward. Draw the shoulders back. Nice big opening for the front body. Really great if you've spent a lot of time sitting during this time at home. Support your hands to your low back as you lift back up. Take a moment to sit on your heels. And then unfold your mat or move your blanket out if you've made any adjustments to support your knees. And from here, you're going to come to a seat with the legs extended out in front of you. Counter pose for our back bend. Bring your hands down by your side for a straight spine. Flex your feet, backs of your legs pressing down into the mat. Sit really tall. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, start to fold forward. A little bend in your knees here is really great. We're going to start with a bit of a flatter spine here. So not a super full out round, but then take your out breath and round your back. Inhale, lift the head, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the head, exhale, hold here, and then slowly breathing. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down. Janu Shirshasana with the left leg extended, your right knee bent. Flex the left foot, little bend in that knee. And as you exhale, we'll reach towards the foot, towards the ankle, towards anywhere on the leg, and start to fold forward, turning the body slightly over towards the left side instead of where it kind of wants to migrate, which is to the right. So a little bit of a twist over to the left, breathing here. Think of finding length, crown of your head reaching towards your foot. And then inhale, bring your right hand down, keep your right knee down, your left heel down, and open and stretch, reaching your left arm up, left hip up. Option to come into a half bind and open the neck. Let the head hang over to the right side. Half bind was on your left side. So do this on the other side. Coming into Janu Shirshasana on this side. Left knee bent, right leg extended. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, you fold forward towards that right leg. Again, a slight twist over to the right side. Deep breaths here. Really feel that extension towards the foot, towards the toes, rather than the forehead down towards your knee. As you inhale, bring the left hand down, left knee down, right foot down. Reach the hips up, reach the right arm up, open up that right side. Half bind with the right arm, hand behind you, shoulder opens up. Let the left ear drop over by left shoulder to open up the right side of your neck. Lower the hips down, nice and slowly with support. And then coming in to bound ankle pose, bring the soles of your feet together, knees out to the sides. I'm just turning to the camera. You don't need to. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands to your ankles. Exhale, bring your hands to the outsides of your feet. Elbows start to bend. Try to keep your spine flat here and fold down a few inches. Flat spine, draw the crown of your head away from the tailbone. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper, and this time allow the back to round, your head to hang. Big breath. Inhale back to that flat back. Breathe, exhale, fold again. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, come all the way up. Breathing here. And slowly transitioning to boat pose, Navasana. You can keep your knees bent if you'd like. You can extend your legs if you'd like. We're going to try to keep the back nice and straight. If your legs are extended, point your toes or flex your feet, whatever works for you. Exhale, lower down, hovering. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hover a few inches, moving with your breath. So you're going to lift up, inhale, exhale, hover. Really strong breathing, strong controlled movements. Inhale, exhale, hover. A few more rounds here. And eventually bending your knees. Soles of the feet come down, hands come behind you, reverse tabletop, fingertips face your heels. Open up the chest, knees as wide as your hips. Really plant down through the heels. You could even lift up your toes. And exhale, lower your hips back down to the mat. Find easy pose here. Breathe. And then come into gentle neck stretch from easy pose. Exhale, dropping your left ear over towards your left shoulder, opening up the right side of your neck, just letting the weight of the head fall to the side. Breathe. Option to extend your right arm out to the side. Stretch out through your fingertips, and that should deepen the stretch on the side of the neck. Slowly come back up to center using the support of the opposite hand. Drop your right ear to right shoulder. Opening up the left side, option again to extend the left arm out. reaching up through the fingertips if you'd like. Big breath here. Try to focus the breath into the area that's feeling the most sensation right now. Bring your hand back. Use your right hand to lift the chin back up to center. Inhale, open the throat by lifting the chin up. And then exhale, counter pose. Let the chin fold into the chest with the option to interlace the fingers behind the head at the base of the head to deepen the stretch. Don't pull the head, just let the weight of the arms hang. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring your arms down. Inhale, look over the left shoulder to the left side. Inhale to center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Just a little mobility of the neck here from side to side. One more time to the other side. And take your final round left to right. And back to center. And from here, finding your reverse tabletop once more. Plant the feet down. You could lift your toes up. Make sure those heels are really rooted. Fingertips face your heels. Open the chest. Open the throat. Strong thighs. And exhale. Lower the seat back down. From here, we'll come all the way down to the mat, drawing the right knee into the chest. Take a twist. Use the left hand to draw the right knee over to the left side. Want to open all the way up and down the spine. Feel that extension out through the right arm. Right arm is extended straight. Palm might face down if that works for you. Big breaths here. Up and down the spine. Inhale, take it back to center. Take figure 4. Cross the right foot over top of the left thigh. You could interlace your fingers behind the left knee if you'd like. The left thigh. You can deepen this by coming into a reclined cow face pose if you'd like. Just sliding the legs so the knees stack on top of each other. Then we'll root that left hip down, flex out through the left foot, lower the left leg, and then extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. You might grab onto the toes, you might grab onto the back of the leg, and then we'll open the leg out to the side. Keep your left hip rooted down. You can use your left hand on your left hip flexor, right hand anywhere on the right leg. Have happy baby. Release the right foot. Draw the left knee in. Take a twist. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left arm straight out to the side. Palm faces down. Nice, big, juicy final twist here. Breath all the way up and down the spine, all the way into that shoulder and neck. And when you come to your next inhale, back to center. Moving a little bit differently on this side, coming into your hamstring stretch first. And then opening out to that side stretch. Keeping your right hip rooted down, opening the left leg out to the side. Coming into a half happy baby. And from here, figure 4, crossing your left ankle on top of the right leg. I hug around my crossed leg. Most people will draw the back of the thigh. And then again, you can slide the knees so they stack on top of each other and come into your reclined cow face pose if you would like. Just another way to come into a hip opener. Breathing here, sending that breath into the place of most sensation. And slowly release with your exhale. And settling into your final restive pose, Shavasana. Lots of different ways to take this. Really, you just want to be lying in a way that's comfortable for you, giving your body space side to side, up and down. If you need any props, you can DIY this at home. Pillows under the knees. You can even bend your knees and put your feet up on a chair. If you usually use a lot of support under the lower half of your body. You can roll a towel. Get creative with your home props. Just make sure that they've been washed, of course, before you use them. Staying as safe as we can. And then just let yourself relax. Don't think about anything. Try to not think. This is really just free time and space for your mind. It's really healthy for us to let our thoughts pause. And that's what this is. Let your thoughts pause. Let your body soften, integrating your practice.